Hello everyone, good day for all. Welcome back to Ayursamveda, a smart way to Ayurveda. I am Doctor Kavya Vasudev and you are watching Study AshtangahRhidaya series. Please subscribe to my channel and enable the bell button for continuous updates in Samhita. We have completed 13 chapters of AshtangahRhidayaSutrastana. Now moving with the 14th chapter, that is Dvividhopakramaneeya adhyaya. So till now we have seen the description of the three doshas, that is the dosha sthana, dosha karma, vritikshaya lakshanas and their management in these 13 chapters. Now moving with the 14th chapter, that is the management of all the types of diseases is being mentioned. अथादो द्विविधोपक्रमणीयमध्यायं व्याख्यास्यामः इति स्माहुरात्रयादयो महर्षयः. So Dvividha upakramas are mentioned in this chapter. So in the 13th chapter it has been mentioned doshopakramaneeya adhyaya, that is the upakramas of doshas are mentioned, that is the management of the three doshas are mentioned in the 13th chapter. Now Dvividha upakrama, that is the two types of management is mentioned in this chapter. So उपक्रम्यस्य हि द्वित्वात् द्विधेवोपक्रमो मतः एकः सन्दर्पणस्तत्र द्वितीयश्च अपतर्पण ब्रह्मणो लङ्घनश्चेदि तत्पर्याया उदाहृतौ ब्रह्मणं यद् बृहत्वाय लङ्घनं लाघवाय यत् देहस्य. So द्विविध उपक्रमाः are उपक्रम्यस्य हि द्वित्वात् द्विधा एव उपक्रमो मतः एकः सन्दर्पणः तत्र द्वितीयाः च अपतर्पणः ब्रह्मणो लङ्घनः च इति तत् पर्यायौ उदाहृतौ ब्रह्मणं यत् बृहत्वाय लङ्घनं लाघवाय यत् देहस्य. So upakramya, that is the diseases which we have to manage, is of two types, that is sama and nirama, the lakshanas of which has been mentioned in the 13th chapter. So upakramyasya hi dvitva, that is the diseases which has to be managed or the diseases which we have to treat is of two types, that is sama and nirama. As the diseases are of two types, the management is also mentioned as two types, that is dvidha eva upakramo mata. Upakramas, that is the management, is also of two types. एकः सन्दर्पणः तत्र द्वितीयाः च अपतर्पण. And the two types of management is, one is sandarpana and the next is apatarpana. So as the diseases or the hetus for the diseases or the disease which we have to manage or treat is of two types, that is sama and nirama, the management for this is also considered as two types, that is sandarpana and apatarpana. Brahmano langhana cha iti tat paryaya udahrato. And the synonyms or paryayas for the sandarpana and apatarpanas are mentioned, that is brahmana and langhana. So sandarpana is also called as brahmana and apatarpana is also known as langhana. So sandarpana or brahmana is the nourishing therapy or that which enriches the dhatus is called as sandarpana or brahmana, and that which is depleting or cleansing or brings about the lightness of the sharira is called as langhana or apatarpana. Next is brahmanam yat bruhatvaya dehasya, that is the definition of brahmana is mentioned, that is that which brings about the bruhatvaya dehasya, that is bruhatva, that is the gurutva of the body, that is the heaviness of the body will be increased or the bulkiness of the body is being increased or weight increasing or stoutening therapies are considered as brahmana, and lenghanam lakhavaya yat dehasya, and that which brings the lightness of the sharira, that which helps in removing the weight or removing the fat or losing weight is considered as the langhana. So this is the definition for brahmana and langhana, that is brahmanam yat bruhatvaya dehasya and lankhanam lakhavaya yat dehasya. So that which stoutens the body or that which helps in increasing the bulk of the body or weight of the body is called as brahmana, and that which helps in losing the weight of the body or bringing about the lightness to the sharira, that is called as langhana. So these are the two types of upakramas, that is brahmana and langhana. Bhavatah prayo bhauma apam itarascha te, that is bhavatah prayo bhauma apaha itaraha cha te. And the Panchamahabhuta predominance of this Brahmana and Langhana dravyas are being mentioned here. That is, Brahmana is predominant with Prithvi and Jala Mahabhuta. As Prithvi and Jala Mahabhutas are again having more predominance of Guru Guna, and it will help in increasing the weight or bulk of the Sharira. And the Langhana is predominant with the rest of the Mahabhutas, that is Agni, Vayu and Akasha Mahabhuta. So the Langhana dravyas will help in attaining the Laghutva of the Sharira. So Brahmana Dravyas are predominant of Prithvi and Jala Mahabhuta, and Lankhana Dravyas are predominant of Agni, Vayu and Akasha Mahabhuta. Next is the description of Shatupakrama. That is already Dvividhopakramas has been mentioned. That is the two types of management has been mentioned. That is Brahmana and Lankhana. There is another description of Shatupakramas. That is the 6 types of Upakramas for managing all the types of diseases has been mentioned. And this 6 types of Upakramas we can conclude or we can concise it into these 2 Upakramas. That is Brahmana and Lankhana. That is which being mentioned here. So the Shatupakramas are Snehanam, Rukshanam, Karma, Svedanam, Stambanam Chayat, Bhudanam Tadabi Dvaidhya Dvitayam Nati Vartate. So Snehanam, Rukshanam, Karma, Svedanam, Stambanam Chayat, Bhudanam Tad Api Dvaidhyat Dvitayam Na Ati Vartate. So the Shat Upakramas are Snehana, Rukshana, Svedana, Stambana and Brahmana and Lankhana. So Snehana means the lubrication therapies or oleation therapy, that is by the help of the 4 Sneha Dravyas, that is Sarpi, Taila, Vasa and Majja, we are promoting the Snehana to the Sharira, or we are promoting the Sneha property of the Sharira or increasing the lubrication, that is called as Snehana, and the opposite is Rukshana, that is when the Sharira is having more of Snigdha Guna, we have to remove that Snigdhata and we have to produce the dryness in the Sharira, that is called as the Rukshana therapy. Next is the Svedana, that is by using Agni or without the Agni, other measures, we are producing the sweat in the Sharira, that is we are producing the Sveda in the Sharira. That theory or that management is called as Svedana, that is sweating therapy or sudation is called as the Svedana Karma. And Stambana is the withholding therapy, that is for example if we are having a bleeding, we will be putting ice packs or we will try to stop that bleeding. So such stoppage of something fluid that which is being flowing or withholding of the flow is called as Stambana. So Snehana, Rukshana, Svedana, Stambana and Brahmana and Lankhana are the Shatupakramas, that is the 6 types of management which we can use in different disease conditions. And next it is mentioned that this Bhutanam Tat Api Dvaidhya Dvitayam Na Ati Vartate. And though this 6 management therapies has been mentioned, this 6 we can concise into 2 therapies, that is Brahmana and Lankhana, and that is why this chapter is also mentioned as Dvividhopakrama. That is all these therapies, all these managements we can consider it as either Brahmana or as Lankhana. So as we have seen the Shatupakramas, the Snehana and Stambana we can consider it as Brahmana therapy, that is the Snehana is bringing about the Snigdhata in the Sharira, and Stambana is also it is withholding something and it will help in increasing the weight or it helps in increasing the nourishment. So such way this Snehana and Stambana can be considered as Brahmana, and Rukshana and Svedana is considered as the Lankhana. It is the Shodhana karmas or it is the cleansing therapies or it helps in depleting something. So it helps in attaining the Lakhutva of the Sharira. That's why this Rukshana and Svetana are considered as the Lankhana. So those Shatupakramas are mentioned, we can consider this Shatupakramas also in these 2 types of management, that is Brahmana and Lankhana. So the Shatupakramas mentioned as Snehana, Rukshana, Stambana, Svetana, Brahmana and Lankhana. In that the Snehana and Stambana can also be considered as Brahmana itself, and Rukshana and Svetana has also been Lankhana itself. So this is why this chapter is called as Dvividhopakrama, and next is the detailed description of this Brahmana and Lankhana. Moving with the properties of Lankhana. Shodhanam Shamanam Chedi Dvidha Tatrapi Lankhana. So the Lankhana is of 2 types, that is Shodhana and Shamana. Shodhanam Shamanam Cha iti Dvidha Tatra Api Lankhana. Lankhana is of 2 types, that is Shodhana and Shamana. Shodhana means the purification procedures, that is the purification or that which something which is cleansing, that is considered as Shodhana. So Lankhana is Shodhana, as well as the Lankhana can be considered as palliative type of treatment also, that is Shamana. So the Shodhana and Shamana are the 2 types of Lankhana. So mainly Lankhana can be classified as 2, that is Shodhana and Shamana. Then Shodhana type of Lankhana यदीरयेत् बहिर्दोषान् पंचदा शोधनं च यत् निरूहो वमनं कायशिरोरेको अस्रविस्मृति. So यदीरयेत् बहिः दोषान् पंचदा शोधनं च यत् निरूहो वमनं काय शिरोरेको asra visruti. So the lankhana, which is of shodhana type, is explained. That is yadirayet bahihi doshan. That is the shodhana type of lankhana will be expelling the imbalanced dosha out of the sharira forcefully. That is based on the 5 panchakarmas. That is panchata. Shodhanas we can consider as 5 types, that is panchakarmas or pancha shodhanas, that is the basti karma and other things. That is first one is niruha, that is niruha basti, that is decoction enema. That is bastis are of 2 types, that is astapana basti and anuvasana basti. All this astapana basti is again called as niruha basti, that is using the kashaya and other dravyas we are in producing the shodhana karma, or we are doing the shodhana karma. So that niruha basti comes under this shodhana type of lankhana. Then comes the vamana, that is vomiting therapy, that is we are inducing the vamana or vomiting, that is called as vamana. Then comes the kaya rekha, that is the virechana karma, that is purgation, that we are indicating the virechana, or we are giving the medicines and we are purgating. And shiro rekha, or it is also called as nasya, that is the purgation of the head, that is for especially for the kapha doshas or from the doshas from the head we have to remove. We will be administering the medicines through the nostrils and then we will be removing the doshas out of the body. Then asra visruti or rakta moksha, that is the impure blood will be let out of the sharira. So the pancha karmas are considered as vamana, virechana, nasya, basti and rakta moksha. And this basti is of 2 types, that is asthapana basti and anuvasana basti. In that lankhana is considered for asthapana basti only, not for the anuvasana basti or sneha basti. It is because the snehana, already in the previous slides we have seen that snehana karma is considered as brahmana, and the sneha basti is also giving the brahmana to the sharira, or it is also nourishing as we are using the sneha dravyas. So we can't consider the sneha basti or anuvasana basti as a lankhana, as it is a type of brahmana. So anuvasana basti is not included in the lankhana types, only asthapana basti or niruha basti is included in the lankhana, that too shodhana variety. So these are the 5 types of lankhana, that is especially the shodhana type. Lankhana is of 2 types, shodhana and shamana. So shodhana type of lankhana means that which expels the dosha out of the body forcefully is called as shodhana type of lankhana, and it is of 5 types, that is pancha shodhanas are mentioned, that is niruha basti, vamana, virechana, kaya shiroreka, that is shiroreka or nasya, and then last asra visruti or the rakta mokshana. Next is the shamana type of lankhana. न शोधयति यद्दोषान् समानोदीरयत्यपि समीकरोति विषमान् शमनं तच्च सप्तदा पाचनं दीपनं क्षुत्रव्यायाम आतपमारुताः. So न शोधयति यत् दोषान् समान उदीरयति अपि समीकरोति विषमान् शमनं तत् च सप्तदा पाचनं दीपनं क्षुत् त्रिट् व्यायाम आतप मारुताः. So the shamana variety of lankhana is that na shodhayati yat doshan, that which does not expel the imbalanced dosha out of the body, saman udirayati api, and it won't increases the dosha which is in the balanced state also, and samikaroti vishaman, and the imbalanced dosha will be made into samavastha or balanced state. So that is, the doshas which are imbalanced will not be thrown out of the body or which will not be expelled out of the body, and this therapy will not increases the doshas, or it won't make the doshas imbalanced, and the imbalanced doshas will be bring back to the normal state. That therapy is called as the shamana therapy of the lankhana. That is, the shamana brings imbalanced dosha to the normal state. That is the shamana variety of lankhana. And this shamana is of 7 types. That is pachana, that is digestives or carminatives. That is, pachana means that which helps in the pachana of the aharas. Whatever aharas we are taking or we are consuming, that has to be get digested. So this pachana dravyas will be helping in the proper digestion of the aharas whatever we have consumed. So increasing the pachana or increasing the digestive capability is that of pachana. Then deepana, that is Agni Dipti has to be there. When we are not hunger, we will not be able to take the drugs or aharas. So we have to get the proper Agni Dipti. So for that purpose, we will be providing certain medicines for the Agni Dipti, that is called as Deepana Dravyas, that is hunger producing, or that which increases the Agni. So when Agni is proper, Agni is normal, then only the proper Pachana or the proper digestion of the food what we have consumed will be taking place. So Deepana and Pachana comes under the Shamana variety of Lankhana. Then Kshut, that is Lankhana means we have to get depleted, or we have to lose the weight, or we have to reduce the bulk, and we have to get the lightness or lakhutva of the Sharira should be attained. So Kshut is also one type of Shamana, type of Lankhana, that is withstanding the hunger. Fasting is a type of Lankhana. Then Trit, that is again withstanding the thirst, or again fasting can be considered as Lankhana. Then Vyayama, the physical activity. Maruta, exposure of the breeze. And Atapa, exposure to sunlight. So these are the 7 types of Shamana, that is Deepana, Pachana, Kshut, Trit, Vyayama, Maruta and Atapa. So these are the 7 types of Shamana that is considered as the Lankhana. So these are the main 2 types of Lankhanas, that is Shodhana and Shamana. Shodhana means that which will be expelling the dosha out of the Sharira, that is imbalanced doshas will be expelled out of the Sharira forcefully, that is Shodhana, and it is of 5 types, that is Niruha Basti, then Vamana, Virechana, Nasya and Rakta Mokshana. And Shamana type is that which won't expel the imbalanced dosha out of the Sharira. It won't produces the imbalance in the doshas, and it won't make any changes in the doshas also, but it will be producing the, or it will be bringing back the imbalanced dosha to the normal state, that is Samikaroti. It will bring back the balance to the imbalanced doshas. So that is the Shamana, and the Shamana is of 7 types, that is Pachana, Deepana, Kshut, Trit, Vyayama, Maruta and Atapa. Next, moving to the Brahmana. Brahmanam shamanam tu eva vayoho pittanilasya cha. Brahmanam shamanam tu eva vayoho pitta anilasya cha. And as we have seen, Lankhana is of 2 types, that is Shodhana and Shamana. Here Brahmana is only of 1 type, that is Shamana variety, that is only Shamana is present for Brahmana, and it alleviates Vata and Pitta dosha. So Vata and Pitta hara karmas is being carried out by the Brahmana. So already in the Doshopakramas and in previous other chapters it has been mentioned that for Vata dosha, when it is in aggravated state, we have to go for the Brahmana karma. For all the other doshas and dhadus, when it is in Vriddha avastha, we have to reduce it. We have to go for the Lankhana karmas. But for Vata dosha, when it is in aggravated state or when it is in increased state, we have to go for the Brahmana karma. That is, Brahmana helps in reducing the Vata dosha. So whenever the Vata doshas are in disturbed state or whenever it is in the aggravated state, we have to go for the Brahmana therapy. So Brahmana will be helping Vayoho Pittanilasya cha, that is, it will be helping in reducing the Vada and Pitta dosha, and Brahmana will be increasing the Kapha dosha. So that is only Brahmana is only 1 type, that is Shamana, and it helps in reducing the Vada and Pitta dosha. So already we have seen the Upakramas are of 2 types, that is Brahmana and Lankhana. Again the synonyms we have seen Santarpana and Apatarpana. And the Shatupakramas has also been included in this 2 types of Upakrama, that is Brahmana and Lankhana. And the Lankhana is again of 2 types, that is Shodhana and Shamana, and Brahmana is only of 1 type, that is Shamana. Thus we have completed a portion of 14th chapter of AshtangHridayaSutrastana and will be moving with the same chapter in the upcoming videos. For more updates, make sure you subscribe the channel and follow the Instagram account. Thank you. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.